Okay, so the time has come that I'm gonna do a second speaker comparison extravaganza video. What this is I'm gonna be comparing and testing all sorts of speakers. Starts with the tweeters, it goes on to small full ranges, our large full ranges and small mid bass, and my tripod's caught on something. Then our large mid bass and a very large full range. Then we've got our woofers and subwoofers. So all the way back around to our tweeters again. What we've got here, this tripod for a really long time, I don't really like it. We've got in the back our two small tweeters, a Polk Audio, which is, well, we got a Yamaha, which is the shiny one, and a Polk Audio that's less shiny. Behind this big tweeter, we've got a Dayton Audio dome tweeter from an Overnight Sensation speaker kit. We've got a larger Dayton Audio dome from the Dayton Audio C-Note speaker kit. We've got a Polk Audio T15 dome tweeter, and we've got that tweeter, which is an old 70s KLH tweeter. It came from, you see the box below these speakers, it came from that box's twin. So let's get on to the tweeter tests. Okay, so first of all, got our Yamaha tweeter. That tweeter sounded fairly nice. Now let's try the Polk. Pretty quiet. I had the volume turned down a little bit. Here's our Polk. Sounds very similar to the last one. Now we've got our Dayton Audio. Much louder, I wasn't really expecting that. Now we've got our Polk Audio. Sounds about the same. Now this is going to be really loud, this Dayton. Sounds fairly nice. Now I've got our old-fashioned KLH. That tweeter won for not being as harsh and sounding nicer. That's exactly what I would expect from a KLH. We've got our full ranges now, and the thing about full ranges is you actually need the EQ to be full range. So, okay, I'm hoping this speaker actually works. Pretty quiet. Yep, that's not a very good speaker. We've got our, that was a toy speaker, by the way. The speaker is from a Hello Kitty, device. Not very good either. My volume's down. My volume was a little bit down. Now, next up we got probably the best in this. This is a Bose SoundLink micro driver. Yep. First excursion of the day. First, like, excursion, like the movement of the speaker cone, actually. Cyber Acoustics. There's a Cyber Acoustics. That Bose SoundLink Micro is better than that big thing. Now let's head on to our next category, which is going to be our mid basses and large full ranges. Okay, here we go. We're starting with this. I'm going to zoom out, actually. We're starting with this. Wow, it's way over. Bose Companion 2 Series 2 driver. I'm going to actually turn up the bass for these. Now here we go for the real thing. Bose Companion 2 Series 2 driver. Of course I turn up the bass and the bass goes down in the song. Pretty good. We've got a Bose Sound Dock driver. It's frustrating that right as I turn the bass up, the bass stops in the song. So, here we go, here we go. I would say that's a little bit better than the other Bose. We've got Polk Audio RM6000. This is the only mid-woofer in this test. We've got distortion coming from that one. And Onkyo full range. Pretty good, clean and clear sound. Then the largest in this particular test, a KLH, as in New Chinese KLH. And of course, I'm gonna have to loop the song over again. Okay, that wizard cone creates a nice full range sound on this speaker that's probably near the end of its life because of the foam surrounds. Might start to be getting foam rot soon. That wizard cone creates nice high notes. It is shielded for video. Now here we go with the drop. Vibrating in my hand, for sure. Now we've got these. Dayton, Polk, Iowa, Hi-Vi, Onkyo. Start with the Dayton. And the Dayton has a staple stuck to the back of the magnet. Looks like our song is on pause, actually. I think it would be good to turn these ones up. Very good woofer. It's actually a mid-woofer, but it works pretty well as a woofer. This Onkyo is actually pretty decent. Don't like the holes in the spider. It's cheap way of ventilation. It's only 25 watts. We've got a slight bit of distortion there. Now, probably my favorite in this collection, if it isn't the Dayton, it's gonna be this Hi-Vi woofer. Another one that's vibrating in my hands. You should call these mid-bass drivers instead of woofers. The cheapest of them, the Iowa. Yes, it's cheaper than that Onkyo. Way cheaper. To wait for the drop. It's actually pretty good for what it is. More bass, but a little bit of distortion like that Onkyo. We've got Polk. Man, this one sounds a bit muffled. Okay, so now we've got our woofers. These are woofers and subwoofers, actually. These, as you can see, are very large, so I had to, couldn't fit them on a speaker. Couldn't fit them on a single speaker like I did all the others. And I'm gonna have to move my wire around to reach these. So here we go with our first woofer. It's that one right there. It's an energy woofer. Fairly good excursion on that. I don't know if you saw that the cone was moving in and out, up and down. Now here we go with another woofer. This is an old-fashioned KLH. It's from the tweeter also the tweeter I tested. They came in box over there. I don't know if you saw it. Here we go. Here's the test. Oh, that one actually works pretty well. I would rank it higher than the last energy woofer I did. Now we've got an Eminence guitar speaker. It was actually an OEM speaker from a Blackheart guitar amp, and notice the cone has glue all over it, has a crack in it. Temporary repair. I'm probably gonna recone this thing, but for right now, it's going to look like this, but it sounds okay, so let's get on with our test. I'm going to turn it down, because last I remember, this is a loud speaker. And I was right, that thing's very, very loud. Now let's get on to our subwoofers. So right now, as you can see by the red and yellow wires going to that really tiny speaker, it's a Panasonic home theater in a box subwoofer, and let's test it. Turn that down again. Pretty good. Here we got an old Serwin Vega car subwoofer. Guessing it's from the 80s or 90s. Alright, the song hasn't dropped. It's a little bit buzzy. That's not there in the box, though. I don't have the box for it, but it'll sound much better in the box. You see, we're gonna have to wait. Here we go. It's a fairly good speaker. If you put it in the box, this thing would probably annoy your neighbors. So yeah, that's the Cerwin Vega. Okay, so here we got our big giant grand finale 12-inch Klipsch speaker, and it would actually be better not on this bed. Be better up, because the speaker does have a pole vent. So let's just... Well, that one is another neighbor annoyer. So, yeah, very, very loud subwoofer. Trust me, I can get more excursion out of that thing. So, that was the last speaker out of all my, I don't know, a lot of speakers. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and see you in my next video.